Looks like we got our Tesla just in time for National Drive Electric Week. Here's how we spent the week. National Drive Electric Week was started to build awareness for electric vehicles and also hybrid vehicles. There were events in all 50 states, and we had the pleasure of attending 2 of the 5 or so events in the Kansas City Metro. We kicked off the week Sunday, September 10th at Jowler Winery. So this was a smaller event, but I really loved the space that the event was at. This winery was doing everything possible to be eco-friendly. They even had a couple of Tesla destination chargers and another charger that any EV could use to plug in. I did want to take some time to speak about the steps that they take to be more environmentally friendly. Some of those steps include their 5 kilowatt hour solar array. Like I already mentioned, the EV charging stations that they had set up free for their customers to use. One of the coolest things I want to discuss is their eco-based integrated pest management. So one thing they have a few chickens running around, and those help to eat the pests. And they also have like a flock of sheep that they use to keep the grass and their lawn under control, so they don't have to drive lawnmowers or hire a lawn service to cut those. So the space, if you're ever in Kansas City Metro, they're a little bit north of Kansas City, make sure you check out Jowler Creek Vineyard and Winery. I also heard that they have an Airbnb there as well, so you might be able to stay, plug in your Tesla or electric vehicle, and try some wine out. I got there a little bit late, so when I arrived, some of the other Teslas had already left, but I was the 4th Tesla there. There were 2 other Model S's and there was a Model X. Everybody was inside enjoying the wine, so I plugged my vehicle in and went inside. Inside, everything is really nice. It has a real laid-back atmosphere and down to earth. They had a promotion where you got to do a free wine tasting if you drove an EV, so that was a nice bonus as well. For the people that I met there, most of the people that I spoke with were actual EV owners. There was also a Nissan Leaf there. The owners of the winery have the Nissan Leaf, and I spoke to one of the ladies that worked there, and she drives a Tesla as well. So it was good to meet with other Tesla owners or EV owners and just share stories, since we're brand new to the EV family. The second event that we attended was Tuesday, September 12th, and it was at Black & Veatch, and this was a much larger event. There were several other Teslas there. Our Kansas City Tesla dealership, they came out and they brought a Model S and they brought a Model X that they were letting people test out and get inside, and they were taking people on test drives. They weren't allowing people to drive themselves. One of the dealer representatives drove the car for them. But there was a very good selection of cars there. There were probably 4 or 5 Model S's that were on display as well. I was parked next to a Model S and a BMW i3. There were Nissan Leafs, there was a Chevy Volt. So there were just a lot more options. There was a Volkswagen Bug that was retrofitted with all electric. So there were definitely more options when it came to electric vehicles at this event. All the vehicles that were there, of course the Model X stole the show. They were showing off all the features, all the stuff that really gets people's attention and drives the crowds to them. They were opening up and closing the doors from the remote, and when those Falcon Wing doors open up, it just gets attention. When they'd come back from a test drive, they'd stop, have everybody hop out, and then use the summon feature to back the car up into the parking space, and just seeing the looks on everyone's faces as they're watching a car drive with nobody in the driver's seat. So the Model X definitely stole the show. At this event, I was able to talk to just members of the public who came up and were asking questions about the car. There was one interaction that really stuck with me. There was a gentleman that worked at Black & Veatch, and he came and he was just walking down the middle, checking out the cars, and he kind of paused at my car. All the other Model S's were white except for the Model S that the dealership brought. So there were 4 white Model S's, and then my black Model S, and I guess, you know, black might have been his favorite car color, so he just paused at my car. And I ended up speaking to him for about 20 to 30 minutes, and he didn't know a lot about Tesla. He heard about electric vehicles, and, you know, no offense to the other electric vehicle owners, like, you know, the BMW i3, the Nissan Leaf, or the Chevy Bolt or Volt, but that's his perception when it came to electric vehicles. Something that was small, that wasn't really attractive, and that no one really wanted to be in. He kept asking, like, over and over again, like, this vehicle's electric. And I'm like, yes, it's all electric. You know, there's a battery pack that goes around the bottom, and just explaining everything to him, showing him the front, like, yeah, there's no engine in there, showing him the back, lifting up the flap for the extra storage, like, there's no gas tank. And like, it just blew his mind that a car that looked that good was actually all electric. And of course, you know, I show him all the neat stuff, the self-presenting door handles, and how I can, you know, do some things like lock, unlock the vehicle, turn on the AC, close the sunroof for my cell phone. Showed him the huge touch screen and all the things that does, and he's just blown away at all the things that Tesla thought about when making this car. And it's just changing his perception of electronic vehicles. You know, I can just like see the wheels turning in them. So like, interactions like that are very important to me. You know, he discussed that he has like a 10,000 pound trailer, and, you know, he doesn't know if the Model S or Model X will be able to handle that, and he has a good point with that. And let him know that Elon's planning on doing a pickup truck eventually in the future, but I know it has it in his mind. Like, for him, it wasn't even in his frame of mind before that, but the interaction that I had with him kind of changed his perception. So hopefully everybody that had an introduction to an electric vehicle at one of these events kind of helped to change their perception. That's my whole goal, is I want to change people's perception and let them see that electric vehicles are really viable. And that's what Tesla is to me. Like, this is an electric vehicle where I feel like I'm doing something right, doing something good for the environment, but I don't feel like I'm giving anything up. Actually, I feel like I'm gaining a lot, because the tech that this car offers is better than any other car that I've owned. So we really had a great experience with National Drive Electric Week. We met great people at these events, and like I was saying, I hope that we help to change some people's perceptions and drive people more towards electric vehicles. As always, if you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Actually, if you didn't hate the video, give me a thumbs up. If you made it to this point in the video, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe, share, and, you know, come back and watch my videos often. And if you're looking to get a new Model S or a new Model X, I have a referral code down in the description. And with this referral code, you'll get $1,000 knocked off of your price, and you'll also get free unlimited supercharging. If you're in the market, use my referral code. Thanks as always, and see you next time.